Stars Jonathan Majors books first TV interview since guilty verdict, and Marvel Ouster with Disney's ABC News. Lindsay Davis will interview Majors, set to run on Good Morning America with an extended version on ABC News Live. Both Disney ABC companies. Curious. Jonathan Majors will give Disney owned ABC News his first interview since being found guilty of reckless assault and harassment last month. Majors was found guilty by a Manhattan jury on December 18th and was swiftly dropped by Marvel Entertainment, another Disney division, for his recurring film and TV role of Kang the Conqueror. ABC News anchor Lindsay Davis has the interview with Majors, which debuts on Good Morning America on Monday, January 8th. Additional segments will run on GMA3 with an extended version set to stream on Davis's ABC News live program Prime later that day. Impact Times Nightline will also have a half-hour special featuring more unaired segments on January 11th, exclusive to Hulu. Majors is unlikely to receive jail time and may appeal over the use of text messages in the case, lawyers previously told The Hollywood Reporter. That being said, his banishment from Marvel likely means that his acting career is in some jeopardy with such a high-profile gig off the table. Is it off the table? Is his career in jeopardy? If it sounds like 4 or 5 different ABC connected entities are interviewing and platforming this character. Is that a breakup? If you keep taking their calls, you keep having sit downs and cameras rolling, are they really in the trash can? If you just keep working it over and if there's no jail time, we saw the videotape. What's really going on? Is this a wrist slap? Is this rehab? What is this? In a world where Ezra Miller still gets his film released and still has a career, is there hope for Kang the Conqueror as portrayed by Jonathan Majors? Or would we rather see the brother from Euphoria take the role? Giving his first interview since the verdict and since the Marvel move to another Disney-owned outlet is also an interesting PR strategy, one that could see him taking aim at his former employer over the decision to cut him loose. Wait, let me read that again. Giving his first interview since the verdict and since the Marvel move to another Disney-owned outlet is also an interesting PR strategy, one that could see him taking aim at his former employer over the decision to cut him loose. I highly doubt that. Has Mr. Yale finally been chastened by the experience? Do you think that he has changed his ways, not only in his keeping his hands to himself life, but also his dating life? Somehow I doubt it. Somehow I feel like this is a sleight of hand. Like, oh, he been punished. Oh, he's chastened by the experience. Or is he just secretly raging? Especially if you heard what Cat Williams had to say about him having a small head and a big jaw and a big nose and black features. Right? Like, Cat Williams was like, since when do we like black men with black features? I think Cat called him ugly. But, listen, you step into the public arena, it's all fair. But maybe the company sees or will see how much juice there is to be wrung out of this former asset. And if it's a certain amount, maybe there's some hope of rehab, right? Because if they were done, then, he would end up in the trash heap like Jared from Subway or, any number of people who have stayed in trouble after, what do you call it? DV or SA or other kinds of accusations, right? There's one group that goes in the trash can, and then there's a whole other group, and you can name the names, that keeps working. No problem. Not only on the actor, singer, performer side, but also on the exec side. Everybody knows who had to get payoffs and leave the company, and then they went somewhere else and they're still doing the same thing. And everybody knows. That's how I know, because everyone talks about it. You know, people, execs jumping on their colleagues, choking them at work, beating their lovers half to death at conferences and things of that nature. Don't think that doesn't happen. It just doesn't get the same level of coverage, right? It's all part of the human experience, and sometimes it's winked at, and sometimes bravas get in trouble, more trouble than the others.